as a UCLA football player?
Definitely bittersweet, but looking back, I'm proud of the last 4 or 5 years that I've had here. Had a lot of memorable experiences that I'm definitely going to remember for the rest of my life. So I think just reflecting back on it, it was kind of cool just to sit down by myself with my thoughts and just kind of think about it all.
If you were to go back and talk to your freshman yourself, like the first day of coming into camp or whatever it was, what would you tell yourself?
I would just say that just to believe in myself, because I think when I came in as a walk-on, I kind of just understood that what my role was on the team. I didn't really have high aspirations for myself. I kind of just, took it day to day, just kind of went through the motions a little bit. So I think I would just tell myself that I had to believe and, believe that I had the potential to be a starting receiver here, because really I think that's what kind of separated myself last year and this year from the years prior, was that I just really believed in myself. I put the work in, and then I worked my way to get to where I was at.
How was getting that win over SC? Your senior season, how does that make you feel?
It was great. So, 5 years I've been here, so I've won. That was my second one. So definitely coming off a 0-3, the last 3 years against them, it was nice to get that W.
And then if you could build off that with Stanford, how meaningful would that be to kind of go out?
Yeah, that too. I actually haven't beat Stanford at all. I don't even know how many years it's been since we beat Stanford.
10.
10? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So obviously that's going to be big for not even me, just the program itself. So definitely going to try to get that win as well.
We were just talking to Caleb Wilson about it. Stanford kind of, because of that losing streak, they become kind of the second rival to USC, for you guys, USC being the main rival.
I guess you could say that. I think really all teams, but most, definitely the California teams, I would say. Coach Kelly has kind of made that point that this is like kind of the California state championship. We've beaten Cal and we've beaten SC, so Stanford is going to be the last opponent that we got to beat to kind of take control of California, if you can say.
As you're getting ready to leave this program, what do you feel about the future of it now that you're getting ready to be an alum?
As for myself, for the team?
For the team.
I think they're in the right direction. We had a lot of youngsters that played this year, so they gained a lot of experience this year, and I think moving forward, especially if we come off this last game with the W, they'll have a lot of momentum going into next season. Despite them being young, I think they've done a really good job of playing as a team, playing as a unit, and just embodying like Coach Kelly's messages and the kind of things that he's been saying to us. We've stuck together despite having a rough season, and I think we saw that last week against SC. We pulled together a good game and we had a W. So I think moving forward next year, they'll definitely be in good hands.
Do you think there's any sayings, just the way things are run, that will help you in your professional post-football life that Coach Kelly's brought that you find helpful?
A lot of things that he says to us, sometimes they seem cliche, but one of the ones that I really like is "So what, now what?" He says that to us almost every game. He said this year, whatever life throws at you, no matter how hard it seems, like it's just that's life. So you kind of just brush it off. You get back up, you stand back up, you get back on your feet, you keep going. So I think just that motivational aspect of it, being able to just take on whatever comes your way and move forward with life, with football, with whatever you're going through. That's probably one of the greatest messages that he's given me all season.
How fast has your time gone since you've been here?
Oh man, it's went by way fast compared to high school. High school was like the longest 4 years of my life. I think these last 5 years, I still remember living in the dorms like it was yesterday. I actually still live with my roommate that I had in the dorms off campus, and a lot of times we go back and we kind of just think like, man, it feels like it hasn't been that long, but it really hasn't. It's been 4 years since I was living up there in the dorms, and we still remember and we still laugh about the countless things that we've been through. So it's fun just being around those kind of people. I've been around a lot of the same guys, still some of the same coaches, and just going back and talking through some of those experiences that we've had. It's always great.
Do you have any aspirations to go into coaching or staying in football, like whether it be pursuing playing after college, or what are your kind of plans?
I'm actually planning on having a pro day here, see where that takes me, and then just off of that, see what happens, and then go from there.
And for senior day, what do you have? How many people do you have planned to show up, and how emotional will that be for you?
It's just mainly family, as many family members as I can get. Still kind of deciding the numbers on that, but I'm definitely going to try to have as much family there with me, because it could potentially be my last football game ever. So I don't think I'll be emotional, because truthfully I'm not like a really emotional guy, but I think it's more just going to be nice to have that experience with my family, and we can look at it years from now and talk about remember that Stanford game in 2018, and just something to have memorabilia off of.
You went through the senior day festivities last year, right? There was like a little bit of weird confusion with that. Like, what happened there?
I think that was just kind of something that Coach Fish wanted us to experience, because really, as an entire team, coaching staff and players, a lot of us didn't know what the future was for any of us. So for him, he's like, it'd be good to just get that experience. You never know what could happen. So it was fun. Definitely a little weird because my family was thrown off, because I had told him most of the time, like, I'm coming back, I'm planning on coming back, But he's like, just do it just because. It might as well do it twice than zero. So that's it. All right, and it was fun.
You know if the juniors will do it again this year?
I have no idea. I don't know what Coach Kelly has planned, so that's something you would have to ask him. But I would assume that it's just going to be the seniors that are definitely deciding on being a senior. But I don't know.
When you watch the offensive line on film, I don't know how much you watch it, then rewatching the offense, but how have they improved since the beginning of the year? Because it seems like they're opening up some huge running lanes now and just giving them protection overall.
I think just getting comfortable with it. Even the receivers, if you paid attention to the last game, we were getting a lot of involvement in that blocking stuff too. A lot of it is just getting comfortable with the play calling. Coach Kelly does a good job of keeping the plays simple but complex enough by changing personnels or doing it with different formations, different looks, to throw at the defense to kind of catch them off guard, and with shifts and motions and all that. But we know our assignment at the end of the day. We know where we have to be, and it's really simple. So as long as we just do our job, and in practice we've gotten, I think, really comfortable with it as well. So when we get to the game, it's just second nature.